Capricorn. Welcome to your in-depth reading for yours and theirs. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. One of the questions I get fairly often about yours and theirs: can I be a single Capricorn? Does it have to be love-oriented? Does it have to be a significant other? The answer, of course, is no. I am simply explaining a dynamic. I do read it from the point of view of love, as that is the common interpretation for yours and theirs. However, I could be explaining any dynamic that you might have with, say, a family member, a friend, a co-worker, that kind of thing. You won't know until you watch, and only then accept it if it resonates. That's it. That's all. And that's true for any reading type. So the basic rules here: take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse energies as it applies. But in the general sense, no. It does not have to be love-oriented. Not like spouse and things like that. Okay? All right. I think that about covers it, yeah? Let's get into it. Show me Capricorn and their person, please. 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 What's going on for Capricorn and their person? We're going to build your baseline first, and then, of course, we will clarify. We're going to start with technically your side, but as I said, reverse energies as it applies and as it makes sense. Okay, Queen of Cups, beautiful heart space, Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Okay, you're not rushing anything. Let's get that out of the way right now. I have you contemplating, but I have you contemplating from a serious space. And I know it looks non-active, but your heart's fully functioning, so that's good. I'm happy to see that. The Queen of Cups, that's lovely, beautiful energy, yeah? Page of Pentacles, small little guy, you're a particular page. Should I invest in my heart, and if so, in what direction? What am I feeling exactly? But you're not rushing the process at all. Hanged Man. None whatsoever. So your heart space is full, but you seem to be under serious contemplation about the direction it should take. Interesting. Around you, Knight of Cups, Ten of Cups, the Page of Cups, somebody who very much would like to open their heart towards you. I don't know who they are. I don't. But if they have not come towards you yet, or if we have not met this person yet, it seems to be coming up relatively soon. They're heavily water-oriented, so it could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Does not have to be. There seems to be, I would like to open myself up towards you for the right reasons, Capricorn energy. So the right reasons. Knight of Cups. Our personal self-expression. This is our love energy. Moving forward, out again, the Knights move outside of us. Okay? So somebody who would like to express themselves to you romantically, as well as being vulnerable with you. So he implies both. That is his job. Emotional vulnerability, which means discovery. But it seems to be coming from a healthy oriented place with the Ten of Cups. In other words, it's not just about me. I have relationship, emotional energy in mind. Okay? So would I like to get to know you better? Yes. Do I also have a greater construct in mind? Yes. But let's start here with that Page of Cups. So they seem to have some emotional energy towards you that says, yeah, they'd like to connect with you. So whether or not you're contemplating this person, I don't know. Could be. Should I engage with this or not? I don't know. I don't know. You don't seem to be in a rush, nor should you be. Take your time. I don't know if there's any shared here. No, you might have started a new journey. Five of Swords. Oh no, Three of Swords. You'd like to open up to a new journey, but part of you can't help but wonder if your heart still hurts, if you're ready. Can you trust your own feeling? Okay, I hate seeing that Five of Swords next to that Three of Swords. You still have some pain in your heart that keeps you from really leaping and taking off. Now, I know many of you are like, I want to get in the position to be ready, and I think you are. But there's still some cleanup you need to do in the residual places of your heart spaces. I think you want to be ready for a new chapter. I think you want to be ready for a fresh start. And I think even one, if I'm being honest with you, is really presenting itself to you. Someone who seems to be emotionally sound, and they know they want to move forward to you or express themselves to you in some way. I'm very curious about who they are. This is singular energy across the board. It is in no way shared, so it makes me think you don't really actually know this person in this way. Now, you could know them in some context, such as, you know, I've seen that person around Starbucks, or that's the person I occasionally work with, or I see them in the same building. So it's not like brand new. Their emotional context towards you is such that they say they would like to get to know you better. So that makes me think it's not brand spanking new, but it's not like that. They'd like it to be. I don't know if you're ready. And you don't know if you're ready either. I think, however, I'm strongly suspecting, Capricorn, that's self-deception. I think you have some leftover pain in your heart. Yeah, I do. But I also think you're not giving yourself nearly enough credit for being ready. We all have lingering pain. That's normal. But you're kind of like, I don't know if I'm ready. Five of Swords. I think you're lying to yourself a little bit. I do. I don't know why you're lingering. I don't know why you're holding yourself back. Well, let me rephrase that. I told you weren't in a rush. So there's a very good chance you're contemplating this person's energy. Accepting it, engaging in it. I don't know. And there's a part of you that would be like, yes, yes, I would like to release the shackles of old heart pains and disappointments and just say yes. I don't know if I'm ready. That's you talking yourself out of it. I want to know why. Let's see that overview, because part of you is still in stress. Nine of Swords. Overthinking the pain, or still allowing yourself to overindulge in old pain at the mental level. Still think about the hurt and the disappointment. Unresolved stuff in you. You might be more ready than you know. Okay, let's start right here with that Nine of Swords. What's going on, please? Show me that Nine of Swords. Show me that Nine of Swords, please, for Capricorn. Show me that Nine of Swords, please, for Capricorn. I don't know how off the lighting is. It's much later in the day now. Yes, it might be darker. Show me that Nine of Swords, please, for Capricorn. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. Show me that Nine of Swords, please, for Capricorn. What's going on? It took me a minute to dial you in there. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. Page of Wands. See, you want to be curious. You want to be curious. You want to open up towards your intuition. But that fobby duck, look at that. The Five of Swords twice. You want to be open. You want to be curious. You want to listen to your intuition, but you're holding yourself back. Why? Why are you afraid? Are you afraid of being hurt again? Are you afraid of opening up, starting the journey all over again? So the Fool is lovely, natural, spiritual energy. You can't fake it. You either feel that or you don't. A lot of people think they're ready to take off on the Fool's journey, and then boom, they block themselves. Everybody wants to think they're open to a new adventure. Everybody wants to say, yeah, I'm open. I'm open in my heart. I'm open in my mind. I'm open in my eyes. I have fantastic, fresh energy, but I'm just going to block everything right now because now's not a good time. So that's a case where we have the natural feeling of the Fool, but we get in our own way because of what? Self-imposed doubts and fears. To be open, you have a beautiful heart in you. Let's make that clear. The Queen of Cups, you have a beautiful heart in you. The only thing that's keeping you from expressing your Queen of Cups is fear that you'll be hurt. That's it. Otherwise, I'd say go about your day. You're fine. You have something coming towards you. If it's not coming towards you, it will present itself soon. They seem to be within your vicinity or familiar enough with you that they can pose a heart proposition towards you. Emotional. And again, I said it comes from a healthy place. And we'll clarify. Make sure those intentions are good. But you want to. The bigger part of you that knows better says your intuition's like, I'm not ready to open up. That's false intuition. Whenever we have the Five of Swords next to the High Priestess, this is a lie. I feel like I'm not ready to open up. No, that's the truth. This is the lie. When we take this guy away, your intuition's operating from a manageable space of the Page of Wands. You naturally feel curious. I see that there with the Fool. And then look, there's that openness. Guess what's attached to it? Right? There is what you're feeling. And then there's what your mind, specifically your fears, are dictating. You see? Other than that, if it weren't for that, I'd say have a nice day, Capricorn. You got something lovely coming up. Good for you. I hope you take a crack at it. That's it. That's really the only thing that's holding you. That's the Capricorn I'm looking at. So take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse energies as applies. It's real life, honey. Real tarot is real life. And I'm seeing a real functioning Capricorn here. It's experiencing this to some extent. Now, it's not about this person. Let's take this person off the board. This is how I believe you've generally been reacting to the concept of new or freshness or starting over. And you actually feel it in a much deeper spiritual place, but your mind is hijacking the experience and saying, no, the opposite is true. Shut up, Capricorn. The opposite is true. You're terrified, and you should always be terrified. Don't do it. That's where that Five of Swords is. It's actually quite loud for you. You're just going to get hurt. And yet the bigger part of you that actually spiritually wants to exist and operate in this world under good heart, good intentions, is having a hard time coming through the noise of your mind. Now, I understand. I'm not saying it's not random. I'm not saying you're at fault. We got to get out of this concept of fault and judgment, guys. I'm reading the cards. I know where it comes from. It comes from pain. Classically, simply heartbreak. Also, for some of you, fear of rejection. Classically, Three of Swords. The reason why somebody is heartbroken classically is for fear of rejection. Or because somebody has been rejected enough, it can cause fear in us to keep us from even trying. And for some of you, that's true. Some of you feel that you have been rejected in your heart spaces so often that you have developed an actual fear of trying at all. That would explain that suppression energy coming in. Suppress that fool. Suppress that high priestess. Suppress your beautiful Queen of Cups. And that's beautiful. You know, you have enough pain in your heart, you've been hurt enough, disappointed enough, over enough, or you've been rejected enough, it's going to cause fear. So I don't fault you for that. I just want the bigger parts of you that actually exist more than your Five of Swords does to come forward. There are so many parts of you that are so much bigger than your fears. So much bigger than the crap we tell ourselves to justify staying isolated and alone. You know? That question of, what if it doesn't work out? What if it hurts? What if it hurts me? Can be so paralyzing. And you had a couple experiences to back up that fear? Oh, honey. Yeah, it's easy to create that Five of Swords dialogue. How do you fix the dialogue? There's what you're telling yourself. What is it you're not telling yourself? And there's your new dialogue. Maybe it could work out. Maybe I won't get hurt. Maybe I could have the love I need and deserve. That's a completely different dialogue, isn't it? What's your dialogue saying to you? That's the question I have for you, honey. Now, let's jump on over to you in a stronger picture of who and where you are. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. For Capricorn, show me that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. For Capricorn. Eight of Swords, fear. Fear. Nine of Wands, blockage and fear. Blockage and fear of your heart space. Because you've been so disappointed. That's what keeps your beautiful heart from being a beautiful heart. Yeah, I'm looking at Capricorn. You got fucked around one too many times, yeah? It hurts. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. To anyone who hurts you and didn't apologize, for anyone who exited without closure, for anyone who said, I won't hurt you, and they did, I'm sorry. I'm not the person that you probably think you need to hear it from. But from someone who can see your pain, I acknowledge it. That way you know you're not crazy. You know you're not crazy. That's like, what did I say at your opening, honey? You've been fucked around enough times. You're going to create fear spaces for you. Yours is quite strong. I want that grip to loosen, specifically up here. It started in here, but it ended up in here. And let me tell you, the mind can override everything that we feel in the heart level, in the spiritual. You showed me both. You showed me positive heart, positive spirit. Your mind is a whirlwind of negativity for things that you cannot let go of. The hurt that has been caused to you, unto you, by others, possibly by yourself. And you say you can't see it, and there's no point. That's a lot of cynicism. Eight of Swords, the Nine of Wands. Four of Cups, it'll just be disappointing again, and I'll just be hurt again. Is that your heart talking, or is that fucking script we were talking about? That's a lot of pain. It's a lot of pressure from you to be hard on you, and keeps you from being the real you. Do you see how bad that grip is? That mental grip. When you have, oh no, honey, oh no, I can feel it in you. I can feel how every adventure you've ever taken started out in good feeling and good optimism and hope, and how it ended up on a one-way street every damn time. That's the Capricorn I'm looking at. I'm highly sympathetic. But you get to choose if you stay there. No one else. You get to choose. I can't make you. If whoever hurt you in the past, and I'm guessing it was a couple of folks, not just lovers either, spouses, boyfriend, girlfriends, we're talking family members, for shit that deep. I know it feels like if you could just get peace and closure with them, you'd feel better. That's not how life works. It's tempting. But it's that same temptation that keeps us from moving on. We have the power to do it ourselves. Everything begins with you. Do you really want your beautiful heart to go to waste? Your beautiful Fool, your beautiful High Priestess, all the elements here that says, by all rights, Capricorn, you know how to navigate this life. I don't want you to lose hope. Show me that Page of Pentacles, please. The contemplation of an investment. As far as I could tell, you suspended all activity. I told you you weren't in a rush, and oh boy, was that true. You were not in a rush at all, and I don't blame you. I truly do not blame you. Show me that Page of Pentacles, please. Show me where the investment is leaning. Show me the investment, please, is leaning. Show me that investment, please. Where is it going? If at all. If at all. Show me that Page of Pentacles. Right now, nothing's happening, but you have the idea of it. But with all that background noise, honey, with all that background noise, I don't know. Knight of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. You are kind of stubbornly not taking action or making a decision one way or the other. It's kind of cold, shut down. You kind of cut opportunities out before they have the you have the opportunity to choose to invest in it. Your Queen of Swords is being rather harsh here. Four of Pentacles, I'm not letting go of my energy. I'm not relinquishing it. I will give neither my word nor my action towards anything at this time. Ooh, honey. Come on. Show me that Hanged Man, please. Oh my God. I am 17 minutes deep and I'm terribly, terribly, terribly tempted to scrap this. But I want to see what is being presented to you. So I'm going to keep it going. Show me that Hanged Man, please. Show me that Hanged Man, please. Show me that Hanged Man. Show me that Hanged Man, please. The suspension. Show me. No activity at this time. You're holding out on that. Seven of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Cups. You're kind of saying I'd rather be on my own right now. Energetically, that's where you're leaning. You're saying there's still too much hurt in you and too much confusion and pain over options and love, and the disappointment is standing much higher in your eyes and in your heart than the reality that you are prepared to have or engage in. Okay, I think that's realistic. Given, for some of you, this you had a very, very, very fresh reminder of this. It's so fresh, it's still wreaking havoc on you. And it isn't just one thing or one person, guys. I think it's tied to a couple different things, entities or people, situations too. You're saying I'd rather be single because I'm still hurt. I really don't have it in me to pursue options in love. There's just going to be disappointment in there. And I don't want that for you, honey. I want you to fight. I really want you to fight. But if you're not in that position to fight, then you're not. It's saying you're just not in that. Somebody is so fresh. It's so fresh pain, but it's also reminding you of all the other shit that didn't work out. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. In that respect, then I have to agree with you. It is better that you are single at this time. Because if you're in a negative space, I don't want you to try to engage with anything that you're not ready for. It'll make things worse. We have some healing we need to do. It looks like you're in deep need of it. So perhaps it is best that you're on your own. And if you ever get back into that position of actually being able to operate under a functioning Seven of Cups, then I want you to take it. But today doesn't seem to be that day. I am still rooting for you, but right now I'm rooting more in advocation of you doing what you need to do to feel better about you. And we'll start there. Because this pain's so fresh, I can't see past it. And I know you have a beautiful heart that's been hurt, and you're purposely withholding all thought and action towards any new investments. You're holding back, time out. Given perspective, I think I'm better on my own at this time. Okay. Let's see the energy. This is pretty heavy for you, honey. It's pretty heavy for you. Just please know you have some very sharp points here to your personality, specifically your energy, that says you know better, and that you feel better, and that you're not always like this. The High Priestess is in you. The Queen of Cups is in you. But so too are these other elements. Okay? I don't want them to be of long standing. I really don't. But this one was such a hard, fresh reminder of other shit that went down. So yeah, in that respect, I can see why. I just don't want that Five of Swords to win for the long term. That's the thing. Okay. All right, some of this person is surrounding you. Who is this, please? Knight of Cups, Ten of Cups, Page of Cups. This person's telling me that they are positively, emotionally oriented towards you. They'd be open towards you. Show me that Knight of Cups, please. Show me that Knight of Cups. Show me that Knight of Cups. You say you don't trust yourself to take off. And at this stage, I have to agree with you. You have much healing to do. You have much healing to do. I need that Queen of Cups to get back in operating form. Show me that Knight of Cups, please. There's the Queen of Cups. Matching heart space, Six of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Okay. Oh. Why are they showing me that Five of Pentacles? Is this someone who broke away from you and they want to come back? Is that what I'm seeing here? They're saying they love you. They say they're crazy about you. What's with that Five of Pentacles? I was really hoping this was a brand new person, guys. Y'all. I was like, I'm willing to keep my heart open towards you. They still feel good about you. They still have a big heart for you. They got infatuation with you, flirtation, Six of Wands, confidence. The Five of Pentacles. They feel the break, or did they come out of a break themselves? Let's show me this Ten of Cups, please. 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 Page of Swords, Two of Wands, Seven of Cups. They want to know when the time is right to reapproach you, if at all. Right now they're watching and making, or trying to make a decision. Watching and waiting about the Seven of Cups. In other words, how you are emotionally reacting to this, and are you still open to harmonizing? Okay. If you broke from somebody and they're hanging back, they know you're upset, they don't think now's the time to approach you. What is up with this? Show me this Page of Cups. They said they're keeping their heart open towards you. Huh. I'd like to emotionally harmonize, but I'm watching and waiting for the so-called right time to open up those particular options. Page of Cups. Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles. They want you to invest in them emotionally. They don't seem to know what to do next. Who the hell is this? How much shared energy is this? I thought it was brand new. And now they're starting to show me you might know this person and they might be the reason you're upset. Show me the Fool, please. Show me that Fool, please. Show me that Fool, please. Show me that Fool, please. Regardless, that stands. It's still your energy. Show me that Fool, please. Three of Wands, Ace of Wands. See, you are waiting on you for a brand new beginning. That's what you would love to open up to. And that Five of Swords, as discussed, is holding you back. You very much want a new opportunity. You look forward to that day. You would love to open your energy up towards a new beginning. But you say you don't trust yourself. It hurts too much. Show me that Five of Swords, please. Show me that Five of Swords. Show me that Five of Swords. Four of Swords, that's what I'm saying. You need to heal constructive efforts. You have to put more into yourself. I'm not saying this is outside friendship. You have to put more constructive effort into your own healing. Yes, I agree. It's going to take you strength to do this. If you do want that brand new beginning, regardless of whoever the hell this is, if you do want that brand new beginning where you are open to life and you have zest and zeal and everything feels natural and unencumbered, you're going to have to go way deeper and put more constructive efforts into your own healing in order to override that very dominant, at this time, Five of Swords energy, which sucks. It's going to take you strength to do this. To really get to the bottom of it, you have to put more work into you. I have to agree with that level of energy, and I believe I already said that to this point, that, yeah, at this time I have to agree with you. You are better off as being single, because we have a massive amount of healing that needs to be done. And that's where you are. I need you to get out of that Five of Swords energy into something that's a lot more constructive, i.e. your own healing. I have to agree. Show me that Three of Swords, please. I want to know who the heck that is to you, though. Show me that Three of Swords. Show me that Three of Swords. The pain. King of Cups. Ten of Wands. You found it so hard to keep your heart space open. Jesus. So much pain. So much heaviness. You are having a hard time accessing your King and Queen of Cups because you're saying it's so hard to keep that open with the Ten of Wands. You have nothing but grief in there right now. I don't know who this is to you. I don't care if it's somebody that is brand new and they themselves are coming from a separated background too. That could be it. Their particular Five of Pentacles is that they're ready to open up their heart because they've already moved past their own particular Five of Pentacles. They could be coming from a brand new origin story where they had a breakup and now they're ready to get back out there. In which case it still stands. They're pointing their cup towards you. And they're looking at you, wondering and wanting to know when the time might be right. Because they actually do generally believe they could invest a pentacle into a love bond between you two. They just don't know how to go about it. So if that's the case, this person could be 100% single, recovered from their own particular break, and wanting to invest in you in a very serious way. That stands. For some of you, this is the person who last hurt you. I just don't feel like it's it. I just don't feel like that's it. I don't feel like that's it, because their emotional energy towards you is way too positive for you to have such a negative reaction. I really do feel like this is someone who would like to approach you, but they don't. It's like they know the time is not right. I see that hesitation. It's not even funny. They seem to have very good intentions in mind, and they're looking at you, and they have an idea that they have to wait, or they're supposed to wait and approach when the time is right. They don't necessarily know how they'll invest in love with you, but they'd like to try. I do believe this person is riding off the back of their own particular ending, for which they've already shown me full recovery. It's with them, but it's full recovery. Their Queen of Cups is open and accessible. Their Knight of Cups is open and accessible. Confidence. So I honestly can't think. I don't think this is the person who hurts you. I really don't. I don't. I really don't. I think you know who this is, but they're not the person who caused it. They know you well enough to know not engage with you in that way. They know you're not ready, and they know you're not open. It's kind of like they're waiting in the wings, hoping one day your emotional energy will get back into a good place so they can present themselves as that person. I have every reason to believe that's who this is. So it's not new. It's someone you do know. But they're in that place of I have to respect where Capricorn is, and where Capricorn is not a good place. It's not a pretty place, and I know that. They know you well enough to know that. Let's put it that way. Because I'll tell you what, your energy 100% is not shared. It's 100% singular. It's all you. You find it a burden to keep your heart open. It's filled with pain. Three of Swords, Ten of Wands, Five of Cups. You've been advised in order to reduce your Five of Swords, you're going to have to go deeper within with strength of fortitude and actively construct healing for yourself. Make sure you go out of your way to do it, to really get in there and address these doubts and all these fears and the recent pains and what led up to it. There's some things that you need to look at in order for your heart to become more operational and functional once more. Okay. No, this does not feel like the person who hurts you. They're showing me way too much emotional positivity and optimism for them to be that. Way too much. I think this is someone who's already had an exit of their own and they've already recovered from it. I do. But yeah, I also have to agree with your assessment. It's probably better off if you are single right now. I have to agree. And you might even told them that if they had approached you, in which case they're still waiting for the right time. So if there isn't a right time, they should probably be told that, because you've got some work to do. I'm not trying to discourage you, honey, but everything begins with the self. I want you to be in a good position to accept and receive the love you need, and that means understanding that you should be on your own first, okay, and healing yourself first. I don't want you missing opportunities, but, you know, this person seems to be content to wait, to check in with you. See if you're ready. It's not really about that, honey. It's not about that. It's just there's a lot of work to do. And I understand that you were hurt badly. I do. I get it. I see it. I need some advice from you. I do need some advice for you. I hate how fast and short this is. I hate how difficult this is. Can I get some advice, please, for Capricorn? Chariot, the Lovers, 8 of Wands. Wow. If you allow yourself to move forward, there will be much reward. So the Chariot, I'm sure you've heard me say it, is our fastest moving vehicle, swiftest, boldest, the best representation of our intentions with the heart space. Your intentions for moving on and moving forward gives you access to something so much greater. The Lovers. And 8 of Wands. Okay. That's pretty darn strong. Your advice is, if you move forward in the right ways, you do what you need to do. You need to heal. You will understand your direction once more, and you will be rewarded for it. So I see this kind of thing all the time, where we are convinced up and down to ourselves and others, I will never move on from this. It hurts too much. There's no point in it. It was a waste of time. All it did was hurt me. I'll never do it again. Never, ever, 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 ever. Fuck love. Anything to do with it. When we allow ourselves, dare ourselves, push ourselves to get past that, because we know it's not true. We know it's not the best representation of who we are, what we actually believe. Do I agree with your assessment that you should be on your own? Absolutely. I think I've made that clear. Did I want you to choose love? Yes. But what I want does not override the work that you need to do at all. Your healing is now a priority at this point. And if you do that, you generally show yourself enough time. You are your biggest investment. So if you give yourself the time, the love, the attention, the care, the necessary healing that you need, when you understand these things, you will move forward and you won't have to think about it. And in so doing, a connection comes forth of its own accord that is quite strong in nature. I don't know it's necessarily this person. I have no idea. But when it arrives, it will arrive swiftly. And the communication with it will be active almost immediately. So that's what I was saying. When people actually move on in the right ways from something so egregious, something so difficult, something so profoundly painful, we in fact have achieved a lesson even if we didn't understand it. It's kind of like saying there's nothing that can hold me back just by you doing what it is that you need to do. And then we're rewarded for it. But we have to know that level of acceptance. We have to be willing to do that level of difficult work. To give meaning and value to something that hurt us so bad, it takes a strength that is unbelievable. To not try to devalue it, because when we devalue these kind of connections, we just devalue ourselves. You ever run into that person who's like, well, it didn't mean a damn thing, so it doesn't hurt me. Wrong. The opposite is true. The more we act like that, the less we are likely we are to learn something, make use of it, transform it, make it work for us, not against us. And I know the Capricorn I'm looking at, it's really hard for you to see that. Right now you're in pain. You are overwhelmed and burdened by what looks like something really fresh that hurt. And it's bringing up all the other old shit that didn't work out either. I know. That's why it's going to be that much more of a challenge for you. And if you put in the necessary work, not to abide the universe's laws or to make anyone happy, but because it's what you need to do for you in order to move past this, this is when your reward is known, and it comes through a connection, and a powerful one. It's basically everything that never worked out, but so much better. So I'm glad that I chose to keep this. I was this close to scrapping it. I hate readings where I see pain, where it's unresolved, left alone, and isn't worked through, non-communicated, or people who just refuse to make a decision when they are constantly confronted with a decision. I hate that. Those are such the biggest waste of my time and the collective's time. Those are typically what I would do now, if at all. Sometimes the collective just needs to see a hard truth. I think you definitely had a hard truth, and I didn't know if you were going to allow yourself the space, the value, and the integrity to give yourself what you need to heal. I know that if you do, and Spirit made it very clear, you healing is going to take active, constructive work on your part, which means you're going to have to be strong. You are going to have to supply your own healing. So for any of those who were drastically hurt by somebody and they have not a word left to say to you, they left you hanging, no closure, it's not about them. And for some of you, that's why you've been holding back from your own healing. You think it's conditional on the person who hurts you. It's not true. We want to believe that. That way we have a reason to hold on to the anger. Do you know what that really means? And this is what really pisses people off. It actually forces them into a place of healing. When we hold on to that level of anger and resentment, what we're really saying is that we're still attached to the other person. We just don't want to be, or we're in denial about it. If we peg all our hopes and healing on one person to recognize their wrongs, to say they're sorry, to give us closure, then we always have a reason to hold on to them and be angry. Was that what you want? All you do, you're the one who pays the price for it, ultimately. Not them, not they, not whoever the fuck did all this to you. They don't pay the price, baby. You do. I respect your hurt. I respect your pain. I promise. I'm a triple Scorpio, honey. The day I meet a Scorpio who fails to understand pain, something's really wrong. I see your pain, I acknowledge it. So does Spirit, 1,000 times over. But you're the one who has to pay the price tag if you don't resolve it. So I agree with your decision, reluctantly, but I agree with your decision. You should be on your own for a while, yeah. I want you to get back in touch with your King and Queen of Cups. Both showed up. That means you have a strong, beautiful, bold heart. You also have the inclination in there somewhere buried under all this to be the Fool. You have somewhere in there buried underneath all this the High Priestess. You have all the spiritual tools to navigate out of this shit. You do. You don't believe it. But when you start putting the work in, you'll see it for yourself. But you have to give yourself that space, that necessary, needed, integral space of reflection, introspection, healing. Learn from it. Make yourself learn from it. Don't rack it up to a waste of time, or it was all garbage, or all they ever did was hurt me. If you take it to that space, you're going to stay in that space. Have you ever met miserable sons of bitches like that? I have. You know, they got unresolved shit. Do you want to be that person? Because then they really win. Whoever hurt you, they stayed hurting you. And then they really win. Is that what you want? That's what I'm saying. You have to give yourself that acknowledgement. If somebody really wanted to hurt you this bad, you're allowing them to finalize it by staying in it, even when they've gone. Is that the Capricorn I'm talking to? Whoever did all that? You're going to let them win, even when they're no longer in your life? Fuck that. No, 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 no. You're gone, you're gone. You no longer have any say or effect in my life whatsoever. And the best revenge you can ever have is to be indifferent to the one who gave you all this pain. How do you become indifferent? You heal from it, understand it wasn't for you, and then you no longer have any reason to care. I don't know who this was. I sincerely doubt it was a soul bond. I sincerely doubt it was a lover. I think this was one of those hardcore lessons. And this situation clearly isn't for you. Look how badly it hurt you. Probably multiple times. It was most likely some karmic bullshit that I'm seeing the after effects of. Straight up. This is after effect karmic bullshit. They did you a favor. Do not mourn the loss of someone who cannot be in your company. They did you a favor. Now, do yourself a favor. Do what you need to do. When you are well and truly ready to move forward, you're no longer in that space of I should probably be single because I'm not happy and I'm hurt. When you're actually ready to move forward, what immediately intersects you almost instantaneously is your reward, which again, I see this all the time. Powerful, beautiful connection that is tailor-made for you, and the connectivity will be instant, fast. The day you move forward and mean it, in here, not up here, in here. The day you move forward and mean it, that's when what is for you and isn't karmic bullshit will enter your life the way it was supposed to. Now, what's interesting is this character here. I don't know if they are indeed that lover. I see them hanging back, waiting respectfully to see if they can engage with you on the emotional level. They know you're not ready. They know they've been hurt. They themselves have their own particular background in that way. I do know, though, that their emotional investment in you or what they would like to propose to you is real. It is. I don't know if it's this. I don't know. But if anything, their energy is gentle and unassuming, and it kind of stands back. They know you're not in a position. I really don't think this is the person who hurts you, but I am terribly curious if it's this. I don't know. For some of you, this person simply represents a confirmation for the message for whom it was intended. And you already know who I'm talking about, and you're like, not them, I'm not open, not to them, not to anyone. In which case, it's just confirmation. That's it. Of your particular, as far as I can tell, you are straight up a single Capricorn who's in pain. A lot. Perhaps they're there to bounce off that reflection. Maybe they are supporting you as best they can without trying to get emotionally involved or trying to get you emotionally involved. Perhaps they come across as a friend with good support and intentions, but they know they have to set their own love interest in you aside. They seem to be respectful of your energy while trying to engage in it. I believe, because they do want something bigger with you, but they know you're not ready. So it's interesting. So as far as I can tell, it's just confirmation of whoever that is. I really don't know. Let's see here. But when you relatively move forward, the connection that is right for you is instantaneous. You won't miss it. I know this was honey, I know this was some karmic bullshit. All I know is it was powerfully karmic. In other words, very much not for you. I have the strong feeling you kept at this for a long time, knowing they probably weren't right for you, but you did what Capricorn does. You'll make it work at all costs, right? It really feels like that. Some of you had to learn the hard way to stop, or that this person didn't give a fuck. If anybody can hurt you that bad and what looks like repetition behavior patterns, so much so that it reminds you of old shit that you were engaged in, I promise you, it was karmic. It's got karmic written all over this like a bad stink on a hot day. Anything else, please? And it's not for the crosswatchers, I can tell you that. The crosswatcher, anyone who put you in that much pain, they don't give a fuck. They're gone. And they best stay gone. No, there's no way. The person who did this to you doesn't care, honey, and I need you to understand that. You've got to understand that. That's what karmic is. You had to learn because this person didn't give a fuck about you. Your karmic lesson is that you had to learn about and care about yourself. Okay? That's what karmic lessons are. They show us or demonstrate to us the opposite of what we are doing or should be doing. You forsook yourself for something or somebody to the point of your own detriment. And I think you allowed that person to hurt you over and over again. I do. And you blindfolded yourself towards it. I'm not trying to see that. I'm not trying to see that. I can make it work. I got a big heart. Yeah, you had a big heart. That doesn't mean they did. Yeah? Remember that. Remember that. True healthy synchronicity, true healthy connections gives an equal measure. Don't forget it. Okay, I'm sorry. I just don't want you. That's what I'm saying. We got to heal this. We've got to heal this. Get at those big guns, honey. You are worth it. You are worth the healing. You are worth the hard lesson. Don't think about how it took away from you. Think about how it gives to you in some way. You were worth the lesson. You're worth the lesson. Think of it. You got to change that fucking dialogue. You are worth the lesson. It's not that you were worth the pain, honey. You're worth the lesson. Change the dialogue. Flip the fucking script. Make it work for you, not against you, yeah? This is basic psychology. Make it work for you. All right. Flip that. I challenge you. I fucking challenge you because I know you and I know who you are. Change the dialogue. Change the script. You're worth it. Okay? Sometimes Cappy needs a challenge. You're the one who likes to climb up mountains and shit. Nobody knows why. Okay, yeah, there's salt deposits up there. I know that. But still, many of you climb on shit just for fun, just to see if you can. So make yourself your biggest challenge. Okay? If you're going to climb up anybody's mountain, climb up yours first. Conquer yourself. All right, that's enough. Sorry. Sometimes I get these readings, honey, and my coach comes out. My counselor comes out. And I'm like, And I just, because I want what's best for you, not what's worse. That's why. And I can get very impassioned, yes indeed. But my passion comes from a compassionate place because I know what you can do. You need to know what you can do too. Okay. All right, for reals, for reals, for reals. Anything else in here, please, that I'm not saying that we should be aware of? Nine of Pentacles. Many of you do not like being on your own, and that's the reason why you stuck in this as long as, again, this goes back to I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Hi, my name's Christina. I swear. I knew it. Some of you, this was your karmic lesson. You being afraid of being on your own or not wanting to be single, does it justify the pain? They didn't care and they hurt you. You had to learn that this is not worth your sense of dignity and integrity. I knew it. 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 You are so terrified of being alone, you allowed yourself to be hurt by this person over and over again, and that's the karmic lesson we had to learn, honey. You are worth it. No more of that. Yeah, Five of Swords. Fucking Five of Swords. Eight of Swords. That's where it comes. That's where the self-sabotage comes in. I saw it over here. I saw it over here. I saw it over, well, not here. Over here. The Five of Swords. How many times now? Eight of Swords. Your self-sabotage is that you refuse to see your own importance, value, or worth. God dang it. That's where it comes in. That's why I'm keeping this one. That's why I'm keeping this one. It's critical. It's critical lessons. Critical lessons. Critical lessons. You being afraid to be on your own does not justify at all not allowing yourself to see how much you were being hurt in the process, and for fear of what? For fear of losing an asshole? No. No. That's why we have... God dang it. You are stubborn, Capricorn. We cannot allow our fear... Honey, I say this all the time. All the time. People who are terrified to be individuals will never be good. In relationships, I'm not saying that's like, what I'm saying is for some reason you got caught up in that in this last one. Whatever the fuck this last one was, you got caught up in that. That's a good head fuck in there. And it came from you. For some reason, you were terrified to part ways with it. So when it inevitably did, it just reinforced everything that made you afraid and intuitively you knew was going to happen. That comes from fear of being alone. So we'll put up with shit and we'll put up with shit just so we don't have to be alone with who? You? What's wrong with you that you can't be alone with you? Huh? What is so wrong and horrible about you that you are terrified to be on your own? That you're willing to put yourself through this garbage? Nothing is worth your state of dignity or integrity. Nothing. I told you at the end of the day, you're the one who pays the price tag if you don't know your worth and your value. Sticking it out. For what? Just to be hurt over and over again? No. No. And for anybody's like, don't scream at me in the comments, you probably need to listen to this. I'm getting so sick of that sensitive shit. You should know what you're getting into by now when you come to this channel. I get firm because I care and because I can see what's going on. So if you're not impressed with any of this, this isn't either A, your message, or you don't want to hear it. I cannot begin to tell you. I could spin this out for another couple of hours. Easily. So don't tell me, don't yell at me. Seems to me, the person I'm talking to needs some words that are the opposite of whatever it is you experience with whoever else. I'd rather you get it from me, okay, than the dialogue in your head that's not working. Because that's not working. So I'd rather be honest with you than whatever it is you're telling yourself. We held on. That was our self-sabotage. We held on to whatever this was for a very long time because we didn't want to be on our own, or we couldn't imagine our life without so-and-so. Well, they could imagine their life without you. Let that sit with you. Are they really worth mourning? Are they really worth how you feel about yourself now? No. The answer is no. There's only one answer to that. It's rhetorical. The answer is no. You have to love you. You have to be comfortable with yourself first before you can enter a union with someone else who can actually appreciate you. If somebody feels that you will stay at all cost and they're an asshole, they'll prove it. They'll make sure. Don't allow yourself to enter that dynamic again. First, you need to better understand who you are, what you're about, what is acceptable to you and what is not acceptable to you, what you value and what it is you don't value. And if we don't learn this, we're going to repeat it. I don't want that to happen. You already got a big fat karmic lesson. I don't want you to compound it because I told you what's going to happen. And really moving on and knowing who you are and having the boldness to navigate that chariot. What is before you is very straightforward and is actually right for you. And it has nothing to do with karma, rather than what you earned. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it didn't work out. No shit. Union's in reverse. Oh, no. They wouldn't give you more. They wouldn't commit. They had you feel like your self-esteem was completely wrapped up in how they devoted themselves to you, etc., etc. I've seen it all before. I don't want you to go through it anymore. I don't. You're worth so much more than that. You are so much bigger than that. You're so much more beautiful than that. You're so much more loving than that. You're so much more worthy than that. As much frustrated and angry as I am, I promise you I'm actually on the precipice of crying. That's how I do energy conversion. When I get upset, it's easier for me to be angry. Or it's easier for me to laugh. I'm that person who laughs at a funeral. Not to be disrespectful, because I'd rather laugh than cry. And that's what energy conversion is. That's what transformative energy is. As a triple Scorpio, I'm very used to it. So that's why I come across as aggressive sometimes, and I'm too much of an intense coach. I know. I'm aware of it. Like I said, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm a damn strong shot of whiskey. Okay? So I'd rather be frustrated and firm with you than crying, because you've been crying, honey. And how has that helped you? One more person crying for you around you isn't going to help. I know. We talked about closure. Closure comes from within. Okay? Everything begins with the self. No exceptions. You don't need them. You need you. And this was the prime example of that overarching concept. You didn't need them. You never did. That was fallacy. You needed you this whole time. They did not make you feel safe. They did not make you feel loved or supported. I bet you were running around after their ass trying to get a union. Some sort of commitment. You want closure about this union. You have to give it to yourself. The twin flame thing, I don't particularly believe in twin flames. I think that's an over-exaggerated concept that really tries to justify the runner-chaser dynamic, which is grossly unhealthy. It's emotionally damaging. It is mentally damaging. And it is physically harmful. So no, I don't believe in twin flames. It's just runner-chaser overblown. Again, it's the psychological justification to be crazy. I'm going to be obsessed with that person for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Call them my twin flames, and there you go. That explains everything. I don't actually have to live life. Everything's predestined. I have no sense of self-control or that I can do anything with my own life. No. I have a twin flame thing. See, that's why I don't believe in it. Soul bonds, soulmates. Oh, yes, 100%. That's verifiable. 100%. You want a union, I believe, with somebody who you identify with a soulmate. And you really feel like this person was your other person. I saw no evidence of that at all. It was straight up karmic. Now, I know you want a union with a soul bond, but this was not your soul bond. It was not. Anyone who can hurt you that bad, come on, man. That's not love, that's pain, that's torture. I know you want to, I know, God, you have such a big heart. Heartbreak from a past, I know, past life relationship next to heartbreak like this. You gave this person chance after chance opportunity, but they don't see it that way. They don't see it that way. They didn't see it as a chance. They didn't see it as an opportunity to be successful with Capricorn. They saw it as an opportunity to take from Capricorn, and that Capricorn will put up with their shit because they know Capricorn wants a relationship or a union or a marriage real bad. So they took advantage of you, they used you, they hurt you, but they didn't see you as the real deal. You did them. And that's one of the things you needed to learn. Where was it coming from? Because you actually believed they were for you, or because you were afraid to be away from them? I think we already know the answer to that. And that's if you identify. Good luck. Ego death. We have got to let something in our ego go. I'm not saying ego isn't bad. I mean that thing, it's a drive, it's a tick, that ego that keeps us alive. There's something in your ego that doesn't serve you anymore. It's a driving principle. And it's this thing that says, I need to attach to so-and-so in order to be successful. That's what we need to let go. That's part of your ego that can die. You need you to be successful, first and foremost. They're saying good luck because it's not going to be an easy process. I understand. And then we have that heartbreak from that past life bullshit. I understand. But no, closure from them or they is a fallacy. It comes from with you. I know you want your forever union, and you actually have one. You do. You probably can't see it from your side of the fence right now, but it has one condition: when you're actually ready to fully move on. That is when you know your eternal union. And it will happen like that. Okay, I think that's about it. We're going to do some charms. Oh. That's funny, what got knocked out was the Passion Stone, Carnelian. Some of you need to go out there and get yourself some Carnelian. It's a good stone for vitality, energy of the self. Okay? Giving yourself, I always wear some, and I have some. Remembering that your energy is first and foremost for you. Your direction, your vitality, your ace. Okay? Reserve it for you first and foremost. All your good intentions, actions, passion belongs to you first and foremost. Might want to get yourself some Carnelian. Okay. See, because I see that right there. That's what you want, honey. You don't know it yet, but that's what you want. That vitality. to move on, move forward. Perhaps invest in some carnelian and meditate on yourself. T, the initial T or letter T, the bull, sign of Taurus. For some of you, have some very strong Taurus in your chart, or it could be connecting to one. Heart with the nurse's cap, yes. Healing of the heart. Seahorse, Piscean energy. And the zombie that is upside down, we're trying to come out of the drudgery, we're trying to come out of the pain, but it's been very, very difficult. I understand. Okay. And for those of you who have yet to do the deed, I will point out to you it's not good to feel like this every day. At all. To be sad and upset and miserable and pained like this every day. Some of you have yet to do the thing. Perhaps there is someone here that's waiting in the wings for you, but you have yet to detach from this other thing. Or they have yet to detach from you, in which case, I don't like it at all. Think about that. Okay, N. Okay, to recap, 2 letters, N, T. The Tree of Life, the Ten of Pentacles, all you want is fruition. Safety, protection, security, stability. Family is important. Productivity, fruitfulness. Intelligent and ambitious. Somebody here, intelligent and our ambition. This is also the medallions of Gemini as well as Capricorn. So, could be dealing with one of those signs as well as a fellow Cappy. And then the feather, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, I think that's enough. I know this was intense, so we all get one. Let's make that clear in case I didn't already. Everyone gets a difficult reading. No exceptions. None whatsoever. In fact, I will tell you, Earth cousin Taurus, they had what people would generally refer to as a good reading for the first time, and I would say a long time. Sometimes collectives go through it like molasses. And the more we insist on sticking there without insight or change or healing, the more the collective drags on and on. We have to really will into ourselves to make change. And the more people do, the more I see it. I don't want this to be a continuation. I don't want Capricorn to kick into a whole series of judging readings. You have them on occasion, yeah. But are they back to back? Typically not. I don't want them to become back-to-back. So I want Capricorn to do what Capricorn does, and they conquer shit and move on. That's what I want you to do. Okay? It's one of your power structures. I conquered this, next thing. Okay? It might have taken me 5 years, but I'm doing it. Okay? Now, you have all the earth signs. You're the one who tends to be more efficient, thus faster. So that's what I want. I hope this is a one-off. I do not want this to be a series. I do not want to see this week after week. I don't. The Capricorn I'm looking at today, I kept this one because I think, A, the lesson was terribly, terribly critical. 2, it had a very strong promise attached to it. That's why. And then also with the amount of sadness, pain, and disappointment I'm seeing, I think it would have been worse by far to not acknowledge it, and that runs contrary to my own particular principles and values. But nevertheless, I do not want this to be an ongoing thing. I don't know. We'll see. The next round of readings are the Intimate Tarots, which will be approximately 2 weeks from your message. Channel favorite around here. And happy to do them. I don't know that I will necessarily tune into the same group of Capricorns. Okay? But if I do, I might see an extension. I don't know. We'll see. You have the space within you, but you have to know that. You have a lot of negative dialogue running around in your head, and it's not your fault. I see where it came from. But it will be on you to keep that negative dialogue. And again, it's at your cost. Okay? I do hope this was helpful, and again, don't force it to fit if it doesn't fit. Seriously, guys. I will say that at the beginning until I'm blue at the face, and then an hour later somebody's like, I don't understand, I watched the whole thing, and I don't think it applies to me. You already have your answer. Why are you forcing it to fit? You're making yourself upset and frustrated for no reason. Jesus. Listen the first time. You could have saved yourself an hour and 5 minutes. Oh my God. Okay. There you go. I will see you in a couple of weeks. You'll be okay. Take care. Be well.